Hmm.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to introduce our guest today, Ms. Shubhangi Chowdhury. She works as a peer executive in a well-known peer firm called Horizon Communication, and this is a Noida-based company. So, thank you for joining us today, Shubhangi. I'm excited to learn more about your role as a PR executive working with international and national clients. To start, could you please introduce yourself and share a bit about your background?
Good evening, Aniket. Thanks for having me. It's lovely to have a chat with you. And as you already briefed about me, I would like to say that, yeah, I have been working as a PR professional for years, and my journey with Horizon Communications have also come up a long way, where I have worked with international clients from different fields like technology, consumer goods, health, and etc. And if I say it all started with a bare minimum degree in mass communication, and at that time I didn't even know that I will be holding on to PR. But now, see, I think that's life. It's been a long journey connecting with clients internationally, getting to know them, working for the PR campaigns and everything. Yeah, I think it's going good.
Thank you. That sounds impressive, Shubhangi. Just want to know that what attracted you to the field of public relations, like particularly in dealing with clients. Maybe it can be international or national clients.
See, like PR is not just about tactics or like how can we make a positive image among the public. It's also about storytelling. It's about how you can show the story that public is not able to see. How do you craft it in such a manner that they're able to see your cultural background, your positions, your beliefs and ethics, so that they can also connect with that. I think that's one of the most exciting feature that connected me. So, be it local or international, every other client has a different cultural background. They have a different story to tell. So, when you sit with them, you interact, you get to know so much. So, it's not just me who is planning or like making them learn about themselves. Even I am learning about their cultural
Right,
backgrounds, their stories, and their
right.
experiences. So, it's a mutual roadway where you learn a lot of things beyond campaigns.
Mm. Very well mentioned, Shubhangi, that you got a chance to work with like different kinds of people, and it's just not a one person effort; it's a collective effort. So just want to know that, can you please describe a typical day in your role? Like, what are some of your key responsibilities that you play regularly?
See, it all starts with reviewing the emails. I think the first thing that clicks in our mind when we switch on the laptop is reviewing the mails. What feedbacks we have got, what other new things are being added to our plate, reviewing them, replying to them, and making the necessary changes. I think that's one of the things that has always been constant throughout the years, irrespective of the clients, because changes after changes, you have
Mm,
to see what their needs and how far you can go to make that needs fulfilled, keeping
mm,
in everything intact.
mm,
And other than that, it's meeting with the team, briefing what are we going to do next, how can we approach it, then maintaining media relations. That is one
mm,
of the significant part of our PR life.
mm,
I think, yeah, it's all sums up where you look into things, you
mm.
take a step back, you analyze, and again you go ahead to make things work. So it's like uh moving back and forth.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility, Shubhangi. Like, how do you ensure effective communication with clients from different cultural backgrounds? Like, if you well mentioned that you do reviews and do meetings about the clients, and there are different kind of clients, right? So, just want to know that scenario.
I think the very first step in our public relations, be it when I was a student, even before I entered into the field, we were asked that research is one of the first and foremost step of public relations. So even before we have meetings, we have been sent pitches. Like they give their client introduction, they send their profiles and work. So after just going that, also we have to go through an extensive research where we see that how they have been putting up with their clients, how they have projected themselves in the market, and what other things we can do to uplift, to level up their image. So I think research becomes a very important factor. And when you go through all these materials available and not just in digital, in across the platforms. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, even you get to learn a lot about the things that you don't know. So it's a continuous process of learning and unlearning, and also approaching to the matters in a sensitive way, because sometimes some cultures have different beliefs which might not resonate with my beliefs. So I have to keep in mind that their beliefs are there, and I can't just go and say that no, this is not going to work. I have to approach it in a such a way that they understand, and also the target audience we consider on our day-to-day life is various, because across the globe there are different types of people with different and distinct types of taste. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to
Right.
consider
Mm-hmm.
everything all together. So I think learning and unlearning and sensitive approach has helped me altogether to approach all this while.
That's a wonderful line, Shubhangi. That's you need to unlearn everything to learn something new. I think I just want to know, like, if you have talked about a lot of like handling with clients and maintaining their images and brand profiling, can you please share example of a like campaign, maybe a successful campaign you managed foreign, any kind of international or national clients?
So it was like a tech company that imagined to launch their um, mobile phone for a target audience that is usually not their niche. So at that
Mhm,
time, what they wanted to do, as they were approaching in the tier two and tier three cities, we cannot come up with something very modern. We
mhm,
can't just say them that it is
mhm,
inclusive,
mhm, mhm,
use highly cosmetized words and everything. We have to go local. We have to communicate in the
mhm,
language of tier two and
mhm,
tier three cities. We have to resonate them with the
mhm,
experiences that they face
mhm,
so that they
mhm,
can understand that how
mhm,
this particular mobile phone can help them in their day-to-day life
mhm,
for keeping other brands. I think
mhm.
that's one of the PR campaign where we showed how necessary is a phone, but also at the same time how it is important taking some time away from the phone. It's like
Yeah.
using it for your necessity, not letting mobile become your necessity. So it's like a parallel narrative that we propagated in and around the city, and it resonated well with the audience because somewhere, no matter how much we say that we are technically advanced, now we are in a digital age, even
Mhm,
sometimes we
mhm,
want a break from this technological advancement and take a
mhm.
step back and just be with the nature. And it's like that. They don't let the technical gadgets control you, but rather you have a control how you want to shape your life.
Correctly said, Shubhangi. And just want to know that when you deal with such big brands and you have to go to the like tier one, tier two, tier three cities and have to think for the brand as well as for the people. And for the like running a campaign, brands are also investing a lot of money in it. So, like, what kind of challenges you face while like executing these kinds of campaigns?
I think, see, what happens is media relations becomes very important when we are approaching the target audience and how and what are the strategies we are applying, like whether we are going to have a press conference or a press party or we will release a television commercial or are we going to go with billboards and everything. So again, it's like a It's like starting from the zero. Every time we get a new brand, new client, targeting new thing, every time it becomes like starting from the zero. You unlearn, like I said, it's a regular process of learning and unlearning. Like what what I have done with the previous client, I cannot repeat it with the with my new client, with my next client. I have
Mhm,
to forget everything, I have to keep everything at the back and start all over again. That how can I
mhm,
approach it? It's like a
mhm,
thinking from a perspective of a newbie, not from a perspective who has been
mhm.
working
Correct.
for years. Because every now and then our life is changing. Our and in the age of Instagram, where we are bombarded with thousands of reels, talking thousands of content, you it becomes very difficult to be relevant at the same
Mhm,
time new. Like
mhm,
what we are missing out, because if we see we are consuming so much content that
mhm.
I think we are missing out on life. And
Yes.
while thinking about that, we also need to think about how practically and rationally we can target the audience, because
Mhm,
PR is not just about putting the upholding the image, but it should also have a perspective of how personal we can be with our clients, also a professional at the same time. So somewhere juggling in between, trying to do something new while we don't deflect from what we do as a PR fan. So I think that constantly goes in, and every time we just sit with it, and also it comes with a team effort. I
mhm,
can't just take entire credit on me. The
mhm.
entire team sits together, we talk, we brainstorm, we think what can we do, what we can't do. So all this together give us an holistic approach to a particular idea or a campaign or a new brand we are working on.
That's great, Shubhangi. Actually, you have answered the question of mine, which I like supposed to ask that how do you overcome the challenges? I think that's how you overcome. Like you face challenges, you see it and talk, you find a solution. So, just want to know that after facing those challenges and when the campaign like runs into the market and makes a huge success, like how do you guys measure the success of the campaign? Like, what's the whole scenario going into the office?
Well, there are certain measuring devices like if we go through with the survey reports, there
Mm,
is then meters and
mm,
everything, then consumer reach, then click per rate that
mm,
we all went through, that how much clicks are being generated at that moment. Then there are meters that would analyze the audience perception. So all those technical aspects are also there. Like I said, the PR is a combination of your life experiences, your creativity, technological aspects, then marketing approach, also at the same time being true to your beliefs while you are also objectifying your brand's beliefs. So it's like a combination of all together so that you can make things work out.
nice, nice. So, just want to know, like, we have talked about a lot of like the challenges, the success, everything. Now, just want to know your opinion about the emerging trends in the public relations, like in professionals, should be aware of. Like, what kind of trends you would like to hear daily, and what, according to you, what trends a professional should know about currently?
I think currently that has been going on in our mind is that um, Instagram influencers who come
Okay.
up like every other day we have new Instagram influencers and they mention we have got this PR package, paid
Mhm.
promotion and all that. So
Mhm.
I don't think the term is exactly being used in a rightful way, because
Mhm.
public relations is not just coming in front of the camera talking about a particular brand, how it has helped you. It somewhere goes with advertisement
Mhm.
lines somewhere, but not exactly public relations. So But at the same time, public relations is a umbrella term. A lot of things come under. So I
Mm-hmm.
think somewhere people are confusing between promotional events and promotional things with public relations. I think that is something we need to be aware of. And as we are in the age of social media where user generated content is too much, at that time, how people are using all these terms becomes very vague. Like you really, those who have the knowledge, they would rather go in depth and try to understand. Otherwise, everything just seems so similar to us, but actually it's not. So it becomes very important that we critically look at things. We try to, when they mention such terms, we need to critically look at and examine, is it actually a public relations approach, or sometimes even managing the crisis also, like crisis management is one of the biggest part of our
Mm-hmm.
PR. So that is also being used in different scenarios in a different way. Like it so then that PR strategy of a celebrity who just claimed themselves that they died in order to spread awareness. So all
Yes.
such things becomes very vague, it like somewhere it shows that like said by a scholar that no publicity stunt is a bad stunt. Every publicity is a good. Yeah, it is. But also it comes with certain consequences. So how far we are ready to bear that? If it let's take clicks, it's well and good. If it doesn't, then it's all come upon you. So I think using those particular terms in a rightful manner is very important in today's.
So I think what I've understood that nowadays PR, public relations, is like public. What is in the market is that people are confusing between public relations and influencer marketing and the promotional events, right? So I
Yeah,
think people needs to understand that these two things are different. Influencer marketing can be a part of public relations, but public relations can't be the whole influencer marketing, right? Uh,
absolutely.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Shubhangi, and great insights. We got to know a lot of things from you. As we wrap up our interview, like what advice would you give to someone aspiring to work in public relations, like with international focus or national focus, and what advice you want to give to the educational institute who are like teaching public relations in their course and what they should include in their course? Like, is this a two question in one?
Oh. So if I think about an aspiring peer, like I said, all I started with a mass comm degree. So I think I would say the same, just jump in. PR is a vast area and it is the future. It is going to stay. Like advertisement and public relations are never going to go out of the track because it it's a need.
Hmm,
It's a need, and I would say just jump in, like experience everything. You need not to make an outstanding campaign at the very first attempt. You can just jump in, talk with the client, have an experience, see how things are done, learn, unlearn. I think that's a very interactive and
hmm,
also very important process. It not just teaches you or help you to run your finances, but
hmm,
also like life. When you deal with clients, you get to learn, you get to hear a lot
hmm,
of stories that would
hmm,
inspire you. Also,
hmm,
at the same time, it makes you feel so grateful that you are here, you are able to communicate. A lot of
hmm,
things we hear on a day-to-day basis that doesn't go directly to the audience. So I
hmm,
think PR is such a field where it would not just give, and I'm not saying that it is very predictable, it's
hmm,
very unpredictable. One day your campaign is going hit, other day it might get flopped. You'll never know what will happen. It's like a roller coaster journey, but the experience will be worth. And coming to the educational institutes, I would say I think they should encourage their students to go for the internships. They should collaborate with PR firms.
hmm.
They should make them not forcefully, but something that go and experience first because
The
a
practical
bunch of
experience is very
students,
necessary.
exactly,
Hmm,
a bunch of students would be expecting that they want to join in the PR industry just by learning some bookish terms, I
mm,
think it won't help now because uh, our age is very fast. We are running 24/7. So
mm,
I think somewhere if they just go and experience, if they collaborate,
mm,
or if they can conduct webinars with the peer professionals who can just come and
mm,
say that how our contemporary society is, and if they
mm,
made some modifications accordingly, I
mm.
think that would help.
Nice. So thank you so much, Shivangi, for sharing your experience and insights today. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope that you deal with more clients and do something very big. Thank you, Shivangi. Thank you.
Thank you, Aniket, for having me. It was such a insightful conversation, and as I understood, even you aspired to enter into this field. So I wish you all the best. Have a
Thank
great
you.
journey. Thank you. We'll see you again.
Thank you. Thank you.